following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Good evening from Paola High School tonight. We were at it 24 hours ago back home. Now we're on the road tonight where the Spring Hill Broncos take on the Paola Panthers, and we've got a full night of hoops, both girls and boys teams in action tonight for Spring Hill. Our girls game gets us started where 7-6 Spring Hill takes on 5-9 Paola. The Panthers coming off of a loss last Tuesday to Lewisburg, 54-32. They have now dropped 3 of their last 4. They are 1-5 in the Frontier League. Meanwhile, the Spring Hill Broncos coming off of a victory last night. It was not the prettiest of games as the Broncos scored a season-low 33 points, but they still got the win, and I suppose that's what's most important. 33-30, they defeated the Tonganoxie Chieftains last night, so Spring Hill now 4-1 in the Frontier League, and they look to make it a clean sweep of the Paola Panthers tonight after a beatdown of Paola the first time these two teams played. Go back to December 16th, and Spring Hill won it 71-29. The 42-point winning margin, the largest in a game in this series since 2014, when it was Paola who romped their way to a 45-point victory. The Broncos have now won 6 of the last 8 over the Panthers, and they'll try to finish off a sweep of Paola here tonight. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. It's brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. More to come here on the Comfort Designs pregame show as we get you set for tip-off tonight in Paola. Spring Hill and Paola coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live.
See all they have. Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show tonight in Paola, where the Spring Hill Broncos take on the Paola Panthers. It's time for a look at the matchup, brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. The Spring Hill Rec Commission offers a wide range of activities for kids and adults. To see everything they offer, visit them online at springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. Spring Hill hoping that they can repeat their performance they had back in mid-December against Paola. We'll see where the confidence level is tonight for this Paola team, who has not only dropped 3 of their last 4, but knows what happened the last time they took the floor against Spring Hill. A 42-point loss, 71-29, the final in that one. But the Spring Hill offense, they have been a little bit quiet the last couple of games. 39 points on last Thursday against Piper in a loss, and then just 33 points last night, albeit in a win over Tonganoxie. They put up 71 on the board against Paola. That was their season high. Last night was their season low. So what are we going to get tonight out of this Spring Hill offense? The first time around, they got a lot of Allie Frank. 22 points, 12 rebounds against Paola their first go-round. But it wasn't obviously just Allie when they put up 71 points. Lots of girls got involved. Julia Hess had a career-high 8 points that night. Jenna Weber chipped in 8 as well. Kaylee Oakes with a career-high 6. Meredith Todd had 9. In all, it was, 3, 6, 9 different girls scored in that victory for Spring Hill, and they made 8 3-pointers. Paola didn't make a single shot from beyond the arc. Spring Hill was a plus 20 on the glass in that ball game. It was a dominant performance by Spring Hill. So as we look at this matchup tonight, of course, Kate Ediger, that's where it starts with Paola. She's their leading scorer at 12 points per game. The only girl who averages double figures for the Panthers. She only had 8 points and 1 rebound, though, against Spring Hill the first time they played. So they did an excellent job against the top player for Paola. Dakaya Yates, who's their second leading scorer, was held to just 5 points in that game. That's 3.5 below her season average. Really the only girl that performed to her numbers on the season was Ava Kale. The sophomore had 9 points and 3 rebounds, which were both team highs in that matchup. So Spring Hill loves the matchup. Obviously, they're going to have a lot of confidence facing Paola for a second time. But as we all know, just because you beat a team once does not mean it's going to be the same the second go around. And I certainly don't expect it to be as easy this time around. If Spring Hill does get the road victory here tonight, it likely won't be by a 42-point margin. So we'll see if Spring Hill can get off to a quick start and send some thoughts of doubt into the Paola minds again after that big loss back in December. Take a look at some keys to the game when we come back here on the Comfort Designs pregame show. We're getting you set for Spring Hill and Paola coming up on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at HERS, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call HERS at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back again to the Comfort Designs pregame show here tonight from Paola, Spring Hill, and Paola. Game one of our doubleheader. It feels like it's been a while since we've had the traditional girls-boys doubleheader because of so many reschedules and only being able to play boys game or a girls game. And then we had tournament weeks, back-to-back weeks. So finally tonight we're back to that traditional girls and boys game doubleheader. So stay tuned for a full night of hoops here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Our girls game kicks us off. Let's look at some keys to the game. Make some shots early, but then keep it going. That was our key last time, make some shots early, and they certainly did that. They jumped out to a 16-2 lead in the first 4.5 minutes of the game, but then Spring Hill only scored 17 points the rest of the game. So make some more shots early tonight, but let's keep it going as well. Try to plant that seed of doubt in the minds of the Paola Panthers after beating them by 42 points back in December. Pound the glass again. They were a plus 20 in the rebounding margin the first time, 29-9. They out-rebounded Paola. I'm going to venture to say anytime a team wins the rebounds by a 20 rebound margin, they're probably winning that ball game and probably winning it handedly. So pound the glass again. And then finally, even if the offense isn't back, win this game with defense. Last two games, the offense has struggled for Spring Hill. Again, 39 points Thursday night, 33 points last night. That was 2 points shy of their season low on Thursday, and then it was their season low on Monday night. Last night in the 33-point, albeit again, a win over Tonganoxie, 33-30. So the offense certainly struggling a little bit right now, but they've held three of their last opponents to 40 points or less. They held Paola to a season-low 29 the first time they played. Maybe not 29 tonight, but if you can keep them under 40 again in this game, I think Spring Hill's going to like their chances, even if the offense doesn't quite get back to form tonight to win this ball game. Those are some keys to this game as Spring Hill takes on Paola. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. We'll get to the starting lineups and the opening throw-in right after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up, it's Spring Hill and Paola.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Welcome back live inside Paola High School. Tonight it's time for your starting lineups for the ball game, brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. Back to the traditional starting lineup here this evening for Spring Hill. Kate Milroy, number one, is a 5'1" junior, 5.5 points, a team high 4 assists per game. A 5'5" senior, number 10, Emily Dowd, 4 points per night for Dowd. A 6' senior, number 15, Allie Frank, first team All-League last year. Honorable mention All-State, 18 points, 10 rebounds a game, both team highs. Jenna Weber, a 5'8" sophomore, number 20, 7.5 points, 6.5 rebounds per game, both second on the team. And Meredith Todd, number 25, is a 5'7" senior who averages 6 points per game, third best on the team. For Paola, the Panthers will start with Maddie Pitzer, a 5'8" sophomore, number 12, averages 2 points per game. Maggie Kalk, a 5'8" sophomore, number 13, is their leading rebounder at 6 rebounds per game, along with 4 points per night. Kate Ediger, a 5'7" junior, number 15, honorable mention All-Frontier League last year, leads the team in scoring at 12 points per night. Ava Kale, a 5'10" sophomore, number 25, third leading scorer, second leading rebounder, 4.5 points, 5 rebounds a night. And Morgan Clark, a 5'11" senior, number 32, 4 points, 4 rebounds a game for Clark. The head coach of the Panthers is Jamie Butler. Head coach of the Broncos, Clay Fregon. And we are set for hoops here tonight in Paola. The opening throw-in is brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. Meredith Todd will throw it in to Kate Milroy, and that's how this ball game will get started here tonight. 5-8 Paola hosting 7-6 Spring Hill. Glad you're with us here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics, along with Caden Carvalho. I'm Bryce Kessler, and it's a turnover on the opening possession for Spring Hill as they call Meredith Todd for the double dribble. Don't forget, if the highlight play happens, text SHHS to 816-406-0051. EZ Relic will send you the link to the last 90 seconds of the broadcast to get your highlight right on your phone. And now a turnover given right back to Spring Hill. First meeting of these two teams combined for 37 turnovers. 22 were committed by Paola, 15 committed by Spring Hill. But it was never in doubt. Spring Hill jumped out to an 11-0 run to start the game, and they never had it close on their way to a 42-point victory. Strong rebound by Morgan Clark on the missed three by Frank. So Paola hoping for some more to go well early on in this game, and that should be a second turnover on Paola, and it is, as Ediger dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. Spring Hill coming off 2 straight games failing to reach the 40-point mark. They had not failed to reach the 40-point mark in any game this year until the last 2, so the offense in a bit of a slump here maybe, but we'll see. Last night the first 4.5 minutes didn't look anything like a slump. They came out and were knocking down everything. They scored 16 points in the first 4.5 minutes of the ball game, but in the remaining minutes of that contest, they only scored 17. As Todd is called for her second turnover now. She was called for a double dribble, now for a walk. She took maybe a half little hop back there after catching the ball, and the official thought it was after she had already gained possession. So she is whistled for the travel, and we're still scoreless here, a minute and 15 seconds into the opening quarter. Paola's had it twice. They've turned it over twice. Pitzer over the right side, Ediger, their top scorer, guarded by Weber. Drives inside, picks up a double team. Out it comes into the corner for Maggie Kalk. Long rebound, and Ediger is able to track it down for Paola. Back up on the bottom of the backboard, that ball hit. Kale's putback misses. Clark with another chance for Paola, and eventually it pays off. So early on, the rebounding much improved this time around for Paola. They've had a handful of offensive rebounds already. Now a carry is called on Spring Hill. So we've seen them called for a double dribble, a carry, and a travel so far. Normally, 2 minutes into the game, you're rare to get all three of those. You don't see a carry called very often, period. So hopefully it'll calm down a little bit for the Spring Hill girls and for Paola for that matter also. We've already had 5 combined turnovers less than 2 minutes in. Morgan Clark's got the game's lone hoop so far. And that came off a third chance opportunity for Paola. Clark sets the screen here for Ediger. Now Clark on the block against Frank. Able to bank another one in. Well, 2 quick buckets from Morgan Clark, who averages 4 points per game, and she's already hit that quota a little more than 2 minutes into the opening quarter. Doubles up the amount she put on the board against Spring Hill in their first matchup. Dowd's 3 off the mark. Maddie Pitzer makes it a one-and-done trip. Ediger lost the handle, but a foul is called on Spring Hill. Emily Dowd called for her first personal foul. And Clay Freakon will go to the bench early in this ball game. Brooke Powell and Julia Hess check in. That duo combined for 14 points off of the bench against Paola in that 71-point outburst by Spring Hill back in mid-December. This is Ava Kale, who led the team in scoring in that first matchup. Off the mark with that close-range attempt. Frank with her first rebound of what is sure to be many tonight. Averages 10 rebounds per game for the Broncos. And 6 double-doubles this year does Frank. This is Allie going to work on the offensive side. Gives it up on a baseline to Milroy. And Kate Milroy knocks down the shot for Spring Hill to get him on the board. A lot of times we see it Milroy setting up Frank, and that time they reverse the roles and get on the board here as it's 4-2 Paola. A little more than 3 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Ediger, after picking it up, needs to outlet, gets it up top to Kauk. Ediger around Weber, lays it in. Frank, good job running the floor, got it from Weber, but unable to connect. Well, Jamie Butler has to be really pleased with the rebounding early on in this ball game for Paola. Spring Hill again out-rebounded Paola by 20 the first time these two teams played. Ediger on a little give and go, but a little bit of a bobble, and it cost her a turnover, the third turnover on Paola. And now they will go to their bench for the first time. 5'3" junior Emerson Smith checks into the game. Just 1 point per game on the year for Smith off of the bench. She replaces Ediger here with a 6-2 ball game, 4 minutes into the contest. Milroy's little floater drops through. She's got all 4 for Spring Hill. It's a 6-1 advantage right now on the rebounds for Paola. Spring Hill would like to see that number go the other direction. No shot here as Kauk was fouled on the drive by Hess. So it's the first on Hess, second team foul, and now in comes Mackenzie Kuhl. She replaces Ava Kale for Paola. Pitzer back out on the wing to Kauk. And Paola did not make a single three-point shot in their first matchup with Spring Hill. Outscored by 24 points from beyond the three-point line. A block shot by Frank. Outlet comes quickly up to Hess. Lob for Powell, intercepted, but couldn't quite get their hands on it, and it ends up in the hands of Weber. So it looked like it was going to be a turnover. Ends up in an easy bucket for Jenna Weber, and it's a timeout taken by Paola with 3:09 left to play in the first quarter. I checked that, a timeout taken by Spring Hill, rather, after the Broncos have tied this game up at 6. A bit of a slow start here again tonight offensively for the Broncos, but they have got this game even up now, 6 apiece in this first quarter. Hopefully are settled in, playing on a back-to-back. It's the second time, or rather the first time this year that Spring Hill has played on a back-to-back. I thought they had played back-to-back in the tournament in Wellsville. It was the boys during their tournament who ended up with a back-to-back Thursday-Friday game, but the girls had a day off between every game. So their first back-to-back game of the year, coming off of a 3-point win last night at home against Tonganoxie. A low-scoring one, though, 33-30. Spring Hill won that game despite a season low in an offensive output of just 33 points. Tied up at 6 here as Kate Ediger has checked back in for the Panthers. Spring Hill didn't make any changes at the timeout for them. It's still Hess, Weber, Powell, Milroy, and Frank. And Milroy nearly came up with a steal. Kate definitely a nuisance on this side of the floor. Very quick. Both her agility quick and then her hands. Foul called on Powell as Kuhl made the cut into the paint. Brooke Powell picks up her first. And the third team foul charged to the Broncos. In comes Kaylee Oakes for the first time. 5'8" junior. Oakes, 2.5 points, 2 rebounds a game off of the bench for the Broncos. She had a career-high 6 points in that ball game against Paola. Career-high tying, I guess I should say. She also had 6 back against Shawnee Mission South earlier this season. Ediger draws another foul, this time on Weber. So that will put Kate Ediger at the free throw line. She is a good free throw shooter. 82% on the year is Ediger. 12 points per game average this year, and Kate is good on the first foul shot. Ava Kale back in for Morgan Clark, who got the party started tonight for Paola with their first 2 baskets. And that is a foul on Kale. She is called for the contact against Allie Frank. Meredith Todd returns for Spring Hill, their top 3-point shooter, now back onto the floor. Had 9 points the first matchup with Paola, all came from beyond the arc. Hit 3 3-pointers, but has been, like the whole offense, slumping a little bit here the last couple of games. We see she can see one through early on here as they go inside Allie Frank, and that is the type of positioning that if you give that up to Allie, you're just not going to stop her. So first basket for Frank, who averages 18 a game for Spring Hill, had 22 against the Panthers in the first matchup. And it gives Spring Hill an 8-7 lead as the Broncos now lead for the first time tonight. Another loose ball foul here against Paola. And that one is on Kate Ediger, her first, team second. Back in comes Maddie Pitzer. 2:11 to go, first quarter, 8-7, Spring Hill on top. Weber. Here's Todd, good look straight away for Meredith, and she drains it. So there we go, get some open looks for Meredith Todd. That's only a 2, but they'll take it certainly. See anything go through the basket and make it a 10-7 Spring Hill lead. Smith up top through the hands of Couch. She's able to save it though before it goes back court. And a timeout is called for by Paola. So the Panthers get the timeout with 1:36 left in the half, or the quarter, I should say. 30-second timeout used by the Panthers. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors this year. It's been a very tough year for most. And we not only want to thank all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible, but thank all of you, parents, friends, family, who have also contributed, donated to Spring Hill Sports Live, and helped us keep all these broadcasts coming. And not only keep the broadcast on the air, but do it free of charge for all of you at home watching tonight. And I don't blame many of you for being at home tonight because it is one cold son of a gun out there. So I'm glad you guys can stay home, be nice and warm, put us up on the television, and watch your Broncos in action here tonight in Paola. It's a 10-7 Bronco lead right now with a minute 30 left of the first quarter. Calc defended by Todd. Meredith just looking there trying to time her chance to come in and take the ball away. Smith inside rifles into Cool, and she's able to score over top of Oaks. One-point game with a minute left in the quarter. Dangerous lob into Frank. Not a very good angle to try to throw that ball in there to Allie. Results in a turnover for Spring Hill. And back comes Maddie Pitzer. Nice bounce pass inside, but Cool has it rim out. Ball still loose. Pitzer able to, or make that Maggie Kalk rather, able to track it back down. Now Kale will give and go through the hands of Frank. Had a gift turnover thrown right into her, but it went right through her hands. And the lead goes back to Paola with 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Inside Weber, that's a good look. Jenna from Milroy. And it's back to a Spring Hill 1-point lead. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Cool with 4 seconds. Looks backside to Smith, got to get it up. Count got it away in time and banks in the 3 at the buzzer. A 14-12 lead for Paola after one here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Lenses and frames. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Paola didn't make a 3 the entire game against Spring Hill the first time they played. And their first one tonight banked off the glass at the buzzer and went through for Maggie Kalk. So it is a 2-point Paola lead as we start the second quarter, and Paola opens up the quarter with a turnover. Inside to Frank, and she's able to get that one to roll in. Ball was hanging on the rim there, had enough English though, and able to crawl over, and we're tied at 14. Much more back and forth game than we had the first time around. That's to be expected. We did not expect a 42-point win again tonight for Spring Hill. That was one of those nights where everything went well for Spring Hill and nothing went well for Paola, who turns it over again here. And Paola felt the brunt of a 71-29 Spring Hill victory. So this time around, we've had 2 ties, 4 lead changes already, and we're tied up at 14 here with 7.5 to play in the second quarter. Spring Hill gets the ball back after back-to-back turnovers. That's the same way the Panthers quarter ended all right for him. Nice pass inside Frank, go right back into her for 2 more, and a chance to make this one a 3-point play. Already the 3rd assist for Kate Milroy, who averages 4 per game, and she is the assist leader on this team, and we have seen that a ton this year. Milroy to Frank. Mackenzie Cool will check back in as that was called on Kale, and that's her second, so she goes to the bench. Cool back in, and this is Allie Frank at the line, a 78% free throw shooter for Spring Hill. Their top free throw shooter, but she misses on that one. It does remain a 2-point Spring Hill lead. Clark stepped on the line, but they're going to call Frank for a push before it. So So Allie picks up her first. It's the team's fifth. With 7:06 still to play, second quarter. 7:06 left to play in first half, I should say, not quarter. Spring Hill knocks that ball into the backcourt, but Paola able to retrieve it. Dowd and Kauk tied up, but they're going to call Dowd for the foul. And that's Emily's second. And that makes 16 fouls now against Spring Hill. Clark on the elbow. Scored the game's first 2 baskets, but quiet since. She hit her season scoring average on that first 2 baskets. This time sets up Smith for 3. Too strong with the attempt. Cool the backside rebound. There's Clark again. And it's off the hand of Todd. It'll stay with Paola. Powell and Weber both check back in for Spring Hill. Weber 4 points early on in this ball game. Their second leading scorer on the year. Powell, who was a nice scorer off the bench for Spring Hill, 5 points per game off the bench. Almost able to come up with a steal there. Kauk pulls up, and it's rebounded by Frank. 2-point Spring Hill lead. Powell called for the travel. Both teams have now given it away 5 times. A little pressure put on here by Spring Hill as they lead this game 16-14. 6:08 left in the half. Kauk having a tough time finding anybody. Eventually into Maddie Pitzer. Now Smith drives, bounces back in for Cool. Tied up for the third time here tonight at 16 all. Powell's floater won't fall. Mackenzie Cool's got 4 points, a couple of rebounds already off of the bench. Nice production off of the bench for Jamie Butler. Stolen back by Frank. Use those long arms to come up with a steal. Now a 3-on-3 for Spring Hill. Powell, nice touch pass to Frank on the left side. Finishes. Well executed break there by Spring Hill, and they are back up by 2 with 5 and change left in the half, and now they get another turnover and a chance to run again. Powell on the steal. Numbers for the Broncos. Dowd, high pass into Frank. Allie will get it back out to Milroy from the far baseline. Backside rebound, Kauk. 5 minutes left in the half. Spring Hill by 2. Kauk up to Smith on the left wing. Back to Kauk, top of the key. Smith calling for her. She wanted the ball, but misses the 3, and it's rebounded by Frank. Dowd calling for it now in transition. Weber tries to fire it over there. It instead ends up with Powell, and she has it blocked out of bounds by Morgan Clark. So it'll be Spring Hill basketball still, and into the game for Paola comes Ava Kale along with Anna Phillips. And for Spring Hill, they bring Meredith Todd, Kaylee Oakes, and Julia Hess all back into the contest. It doesn't look like Dakaya Yates available tonight for Paola. I don't see her on the bench. I wasn't necessarily shocked to see her not start, as she is typically, it seems like, comes off of the bench, a big offensive threat off of the bench, their second leading scorer on the year, but I don't see her over on the bench tonight, so that is a big missing part of this Paola team tonight. Kaylee Oakes called for that foul on Spring Hill. Team control, so no free throws. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Riley Pratt, number 3, the guards back there in the backcourt, has just checked in as well now for Paola. Smith able to thread that one through to Clark. Shuffles to Kale, knocked loose by Oakes. Clark down onto the floor, and a tie up. No, they're going to get a timeout. So timeout, Paola. with 4:16 remaining in the first half. It's a full timeout. We'll take a quick break here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Spring Hill on top of Paola 18-16 here late in the first half as the Broncos and Panthers are knotted up in a good one so far. Back and forth we've gone 3 times, 4 lead changes so far throughout this ball game. And Spring Hill right now holding on to a 2-point lead with 4:16 left to play until halftime. It's Paola basketball. Phillips, Kale, Pratt, Clark, and Smith for the Panthers. Todd, Milroy, Oakes, Frank, and Hess for the Broncos. Phillips bounced into Clark. She lost the basketball off her leg and out of bounds. Spring Hill forces 18 turnovers a game, this defense, and they are on a good pace to hit that mark again. That's 8 forced turnovers now with still a little more than half the second quarter to play. Milroy, lob inside front or to Oakes. Looks like she got hacked on the arm by Phillips, and that's the call as Oakes gets the basket and a chance at a 3-point play. Anna Phillips' first foul. 4th team foul, and a 3-point opportunity for Kaylee Oakes. Doesn't go to the line much. She's only attempted 5 free throws this year, making 4 of the 5 though. Kale checks out, and Kauk comes back in along with Mackenzie Cool. She replaces Emerson Smith. So Oakes smooth on the free throw. Nice 3-point play there from Kaylee. Gives Spring Hill their largest lead of the ball game at 5 points. Press didn't work out that time, but Meredith Todd tracks down Phillips from behind and blocks the shot out of bounds. Takes away an easy layup potentially for Paola. 5-point lead intact, and now a baseline inbound. Maggie Kauk will put it into play for Paola. That's a double dribble. Well, 5-point Spring Hill lead. They've got the ball, trying to add on to it. Oakes on the high post. Looking for a little high-low action with Frank. Denied by Clark. Now Milroy able to get it inside to Frank. That ball hit the bottom side of the rim on the way up and still crawled over. And it's a 7-0 run right now by the Broncos off of the 4th assist by Milroy, and now a 10th turnover by Paola. And the foul committed by Phillips. That's her second. The Broncos putting together a nice run here late in this first half to try to open up some space between them and these Panthers on the road tonight. Back in comes Maddie Pitzer along with Emerson Smith. Frank wants it down on the block. Out to Todd. Lines up for 3. It's on the mark, but it's just short. Rebounded by Smith. That ball was shot directly in front of us, right between us and the rim, and that looked good all the way. It was perfectly on line, just a bit short. Oakes able to tie that one up with Pitzer. And it's a jump ball to Spring Hill. Nice play by Kaylee Oakes. 7-point Spring Hill lead. They're on a 7-0 run. Covering the last 2.5 minutes. Frank into Oakes. Nice look back up top for Hess. The 3 though off right iron. Saved by Milroy. Right back to Frank. How about that? Kate Milroy picks up her 5th assist of the game on a little no-look flip to save the ball, and it just hit Frank perfect in stride right in front of the rim. Cool, lost the handle. Kaylee Oakes dives down on the floor and forces another tie-up. Great hustle play again by Oakes. This time the arrow will keep it with Paola as Powell and Dowd check back in for Spring Hill. A 10-point quarter from Allie Frank. A big part of this run right now as Spring Hill has scored the game's last 9 points. Now Weber also checks back in. And Spring Hill with a 9-point lead, 2:29 left to play in the half. Broncos have given up just 2 points in this second quarter. Foul whistled against Paola as Brooke Powell was going up for that rebound. A foul is called on Kalk. So Kalk is, well, wait a second now. The officials are going to discuss this. And I think they're going to change it and call this on Powell instead. So they called it on 13 initially, and it should have been on 31 instead against Spring Hill. So it's Powell who's called for the foul. It's her second, the team's 8th. And it will put Maggie Kalk at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Weber boards the miss. 9-0 run by Spring Hill. Broncos looking to keep this run going as Todd has it rejected by Clark. Milroy to inbound. Already 5 assists in this game for Kate. How about a 3 from Dowd? Won't go, but Todd alone on the backside with a rebound. Brooke Powell works her way across the paint, lost it, went down on the floor, but had a foot on the baseline. 2 minutes left in the half. Back in comes Allie Frank after a very brief rest. The current 9-0 run here by Spring Hill for Paola. They have not scored in 3 minutes and 54 seconds now. Only 2 points in this quarter for Paola after they led 14-12 to start this second quarter. Kalk has it knocked free by Todd, and then it was Kalk who touched it last, so Spring Hill forces yet another turnover. That's a dozen first half turnovers against Paola. Twice as many as Spring Hill. And the majority of that damage happening in this second quarter. Of their 12 turnovers, 9 have happened in this second quarter. And Spring Hill looks to continue to pile on. Frank inside. That caught it maybe a little bit too deep. Smith tracked down and knocked away from behind by Dowd. 13-2 advantage in this second quarter for Spring Hill. And with 1:24 left until halftime, Paola just trying to stop the bleeding right now. Smith misses the 3, Dowd the rebound. Todd, jump pass inside to Frank, working against Clark, draws the foul, and a chance at the line coming up for Allie Frank. She missed a free throw earlier in this quarter, but a 78% foul shooter on the season. It's the first foul on Clark, 6th team foul against Paola. And now Frank a rare 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Salvages 1. She's got 13 points in this first half for Spring Hill. And the Broncos now lead by 10. First double-digit lead of the night for either team. Todd nearly came up with another steal. If the Broncos can force another turnover in this final minute, that'll be 10 forced turnovers in this quarter alone. It's hit ball, but it gets to its target, Kalk. But man, that lid stays on the basket for Paola. Foul is whistled here on the rebound, and it looks like it's going against Paola, so Meredith Todd will get a 1-and-1 opportunity on the other side. 7th team foul. It's the second on Maggie. Second on Maggie Kalk. Anna Phillips checks in for her. And here's Meredith Todd at the free throw line, 71% foul shooter this year. But a team that is typically pretty solid at the line, 68% as a team this year, is now 2 for 5. Final minute here. Spring Hill up by 10. Phillips on the back door, has it deflected and out of bounds off of, they're going to say off of Clark. Looked like Milroy was the last to touch that ball, but they'll say Clark touched it last for Paola. So that is the 13th turnover now on Paola, their 10th of this quarter. And with a half minute to play until halftime, Spring Hill's got it up by 10 in the midst of a 14-0 run. Held Paola to just 2 points in this second quarter. Milroy travels. So Paola will get another shot at it here with 13 seconds left in the half. Nearly threw it away on that inbound play. 10 seconds left. This is cool with 8. Leaves it for Phillips, 5 seconds. Through the hands of Clark to Smith. Off balance shot at the buzzer, won't go, and we have reached the end of the first half. 26-16, Spring Hill on top of Paola as they outscore the Panthers 14-2 in that second quarter. The Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show comes your way next here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Brody Orthodontics.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome into the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show as Spring Hill leads Paola 26-16 at the break. Let's look at our White Cell Optometry Vision Source Eye on the Game. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020 and be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. This ball game a 10-point margin here at the half after 3 ties and 4 lead changes in the first half. Paola got off to a much better start this time than they did last time they faced Spring Hill, and the Panthers led 4-0 out of the gates. That was their largest lead of this ball game. It would go back and forth throughout the majority of that first quarter. Spring Hill leading by as many as 3 in the first period. And then Paola down 1 on the the quarter's final possession. Hit the game's only 3 so far. Maggie Kalk banked one in at the buzzer from the left wing to put Paola on top 14-12 after 1. But the second quarter was much different. Paola scored just 2 points. They turned it over 11 times, or make that 10 times in the second quarter alone, 13 times for the half, but 10 times in the second quarter they turned it over. They scored just 2 points, and they didn't score at all in the final 5:54 of the first half. And during that same stretch, Spring Hill went on a 10-0 run to close out the half, and the Broncos now lead by 10 points here at the break, 26-16 on top of Paola. More with the Michael Grant Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show next. We'll take a look at all the numbers for you. It's 26-16. Spring Hill leads Paola here at the break.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're going to love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back to the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Some of the numbers in this first half: 3 ties, 4 lead changes. It's 26-16. Spring Hill leads Paola. Paola actually won the rebounding battle in this first half, 14-8 advantage for the Panthers after they were out-rebounded by 20 by Spring Hill the first time around. Great number here for Spring Hill, 10 assists, 5 of them coming from Kate Milroy. 10 assists on 12 made field goals in that first half. Paola with 3 assists on 7 field goals. No three-pointers for Spring Hill, just 1 for Paola. 1 of 3 at the line for Paola, 2 of 5 for Spring Hill. Allie Frank leads all scorers with 13 points. She's also got 5 rebounds to lead all players in this ball game. Kate Milroy, 4 points and a game-high 5 assists. Jenna Weber, 4 points. Meredith Todd with 2 points. And Kaylee Oakes with 3 points. Paola, they are led by Morgan Clark and Mackenzie Kuhl, who each have 4 points. 2 points from Ava Kale, 3 points only from Kate Ediger, 3 from Maggie Kalk to round out their scoring. Emerson Smith with a pair of assists leads the way, and Mackenzie Kuhl with 4 rebounds is their top rebounder in this first half. 26-16, Spring Hill by 10 as we head to the second half of this ball game. You've been watching the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Second half starts next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome back live inside Paola High School tonight as we are off to the second half. The Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce wants to remind you to support our community and shop local this season, every season, all season. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org. It'll be Spring Hill basketball to start this second half. And the Broncos are on a 10-0 run going back to early second quarter. The last time Paola scored was with 5:54 remaining in the second quarter. That made it 16-all at the time. And then the Broncos went on a 10-0 run to close out the first half. So Spring Hill leads 26-16 as we start the second half. For Paola, Kate Ediger, Maggie Kalk, Maddie Pitzer, Morgan Clark, and Ava Kale. The five on the floor. Spring Hill answers with Allie Frank, Jenna Weber, Emily Dowd, Kate Milroy, and Meredith Todd. Game two of the doubleheader coming up after this. It'll be the boys' game. It's been a while since we've had a good old girls and boys doubleheader. A week ago, I guess, DeSoto. But prior to that, it was, you got to go all the way back to what? Baldwin? Or, no, that wasn't even that. You've got to go all the way back to December, probably. Back to the Paola game, maybe. This is Frank inside. Gets her own rebound and then is called for a travel. So Spring Hill now has turned it over 8 times in this game. They have forced, though, 13 turnovers out of Paola, and they'll put some full court pressure on again to start this second half. Kale to Clark, and Pitzer fumbles it into the front court, but able to run it down. Quiet first half from Kate Ediger, the Panthers' leading scorer on the year at 12 points per game. She had just 3 points and 1 rebound in the first half. Spring Hill did a great job against her the last time they played as well. Held her to 8 points and only 1 rebound. Timeout taken by Paola. So less than a minute into the third quarter, and Jamie Butler burns her third timeout to try and get her offense into some kind of rhythm here, as they have really fallen on hard times after leading 14-12 at the end of the first quarter. They have scored just 2 points since that buzzer-beating 3 by Maggie Kalk. Busy week continues on Thursday night here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Lewisburg comes to town for another doubleheader, girls-boys game on Thursday night against the Lewisburg Wildcats, as both Spring Hill girls and boys will look to put together a sweep of Lewisburg. Road victories on separate nights down in Lewisburg for Spring Hill against, at the time, an undefeated Lewisburg girls team that Spring Hill beat, and at the time, a number 5 ranked Lewisburg boys team that the Spring Hill guys defeated. So 2 huge wins down there in Lewisburg. We'll see if they can double them up on Thursday night back home. Milroy comes up with a steal. Spring Hill in business, up by 10. Frank has to step out to get that one. Skips it across to Weber. High arcing three is drained by Jenna Weber, and that's the first three-pointer of the game by the Broncos. And it keeps that run going now up to a 13-0 run, I should say, with 6:40 left here in this third quarter. As they now lead by 13, 29-16. Dowd had that ball whistle right past her ear and then ends up knocking it out of bounds. Now Paola, they got such a good start in the first quarter, but they have looked all kinds of out of sorts since then. Spring Hill causing them fits. Ediger spins right into a double team and travels. Good help defense by Meredith Todd. And the turnover numbers just continue to pile up for Paola as they trail by 13, and they're going on now a near 8-minute scoring drought. Frank for three. Good rebound by Kauk. Milroy chases Pitzer into the front court. Clark out to set the high screen for Pitzer. Has her on the roll, gets it back, and Clark can't bank it in. Well, that's about as good of a look as you could hope for right there. Jump ball is called after the rebound, so it will stay with Paola as Emerson Smith checks back in. But the lid is on the hoop for Paola. Over 8 minutes without scoring. Ediger inside to Kale. She's fouled, and the basket goes. So they finally end the 8-minute plus drought with a chance at a three-point play from Ava Kale as the foul is whistled on Emily Dowd, her third, and the first of the second half against Spring Hill. So the Panthers needed that in the worst of ways. They get 3 points from Kale. Julia Hess checks in for Dowd. And it's a 10-point game again with 5.5 to play, third quarter. Weber left all alone up top, and she knocks down a second three. 10-point night now from Jenna Weber. She joins Allie Frank in double figures for the Broncos. And another turnover by Paola. Broncos didn't make a three in the first half. They've gotten two in the second half from that girl, Jenna Weber, who's getting all the looks right now. She's got a dozen points in the game, 8 of them coming here in this third quarter. And Spring Hill leads by 15 as they continue to grow their lead. Todd going to be careful there. She's going to pick up a foul. That's a little too aggressive maybe. And she tried to slap that ball away from Kale, and Meredith picks up her first foul, and the team's second. $13 from Frank, a dozen from Weber tonight. Those two have a 6-point lead on Paola. They're 25 points so far, and that's a foul on Frank. That's her second. So a chance line coming up for Morgan Clark, who is only a 37% free throw shooter. Hit her season average with 4 points a little more than 2 minutes into this contest. And it's her first point since she scored the first 2 buckets of the ball game for Paola. Gets 1 of 2. Kale on a putback try. And now Ediger will get a chance for a putback, and she won't get it to go, but she will go to the free throw line. Looked like that one was going to fall as well, but she'll have to earn them at the stripe. 14th foul against the Broncos. It's the second on Jenna Weber. So we've seen a couple of good free throw shooters struggle a little bit at the line tonight. Frank for Spring Hill, who's 78% of the year, only 1 of 3. Now Ediger, who's 82% for the year, is now just 1 of 3. Weber goes down. Oakes, Powell come in. Frank also sits for Spring Hill. 1 of 2 for Kate Ediger. It's 4 points tonight for the Panthers' leading scorer on the year. And Emerson Smith commits her first foul. Todd inbounds to Oakes. Over to Powell. Good shot fake. Brooke drives. Kicks back out to Milroy. And a foul on the rebound against, I think, Todd. It is on Meredith. That's her second. And already 5 team fouls here in the second half for Spring Hill. So they want to be a little careful there. It's a good way to let a team back into the ball game by putting them at the free throw line a ton. Although Paola only a 56% free throw shooting team. Weber checks back in for Todd. Clark working against Weber, gets it to go. Oakes waiting for somebody to pop open. It's Powell. Again, gives that nice shot fake. Sets it back up for Kaylee Oakes, who drains the three. First three-pointer of the year for Kaylee, and it ties her career high with 6 points. Spring Hill could find anything from distance in the first half, but they have really shot it well in this second half, and they now lead by 14. They force another turnover and have a chance to add to it. Why not? Off of the dribble, Hess. Won't draw anything there. Good attempt to save it by Milroy, but it'll be Paola basketball with 3:09 left in the third quarter. (17-8) tonight, the turnover difference. Spring Hill able to win that category their first meeting as well, and they rolled to the 42-point victory, the largest margin of victory in this series since 2014. Paola won that game back in 14, 65-20. Spring Hill went 71-29 to the victory the first time these two teams played this year back on December 16th. Frank back in for Spring Hill, replaces Oakes. Pitzer in for Ediger in the Paola lineup. As Oakes was called for that foul, it's her second. And now 6 team fouls against Spring Hill. Into Kale, but unable to hit. Long pass up to Frank. Works her way in tight and scores. Two and a half to play, third quarter. Frank with 15 points gives Spring Hill a 16-point lead. Bounced into nobody. Clark is called for a travel as she rolled with the ball on the floor. Milroy will take a chance to ease the ball into the front court here and let her team catch their breath as they look to add to a 16-point lead and instead turn it over as Powell sails it over Frank's head and out of bounds. Hold called on Milroy as She was trying to defend Maggie Kalk on the inbound play. So that's 17 fouls now. And Paola will be at the line the rest of this game. And there's still 2:10 left in the third quarter. A 1-1 for Maggie Kalk. She is 0 for 1 at the line of the game. Her lone points came on that buzzer-beating 3 to end the first quarter. KO with the offensive rebound. Kalk trying to get the offense to run here, but they were expecting, I think, man-to-man, and Spring Hill down the zone, so they have to change things up a little bit. Clark feeds Kale in the paint, and she scores. A near turnover, and now it's numbers for Spring Hill instead. Clark able to come up with a steal, and then they're going to call her for a travel. Well, you got to love the effort there by Morgan Clark. But unfortunately, she's not rewarded. Emily Dowd will check back in for Spring Hill, replaces Weber with 1:28 left in the third quarter, a 13-point Spring Hill lead. At 3 ties, 4 lead changes early in this game. All the lead changes happened in the first quarter. This is Frank inside, and Clark called for a foul as she tried to reach in and take that away from Allie. Well, Clark picks up her second. It's the team's second, and a baseline inbound for Spring Hill. Frank from in tight again. That's a half dozen assists for Kate Milroy as she sets up Frank for her 17th point of the game, and it makes it a 15-point Bronco lead. Allie Frank, 22-12 the first meeting. She's got 17-6 so far tonight. So Paola, they have seen enough of Allie Frank this year, and they do not want any more. Kickball stays with Paola here. 50 seconds to play in the third. Clark travels. That is 20 turnovers now by Paola. .45 seconds to play, third quarter. Spring Hill's 15-point lead, one shy of their largest lead of the night. And now Frank misses from close range, but gets it back and is stripped this time cleanly by Clark. .20 seconds left in the third. Kalk, catch and shoot three, spins in. Second three-pointer from Maggie Kalk. Spring Hill under 10 seconds left. Powell with 3 on the drive, floats it up and doesn't get the roll, but the putback is good from Allie Frank at the buzzer. 43-29 Spring Hill as we go to the fourth here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Start of the fourth quarter here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics, and it's a 14-point Bronco lead as we open up the quarter. Meredith Todd will try to add to it, and instead it's Frank with another offensive rebound for the Broncos. That is now 9 rebounds for Allie. Todd's runner misses. Frank on a putback, give her a 10th rebound and her 7th double-double of the year, and a chance at the free throw line to add a couple more to that 17-point total she's got tonight. Or excuse me, the 19-point total. I forgot she had the buzzer beater to end the third quarter. The foul is called on Kale. Third personal, third team foul, and my goodness, that's not Allie-like at the free throw line though tonight. Just 1 out of 4 for the 78% free throw shooter. So 20 points tonight from Frank to go along with 10 rebounds. It's a 15-point Bronco lead, as they are looking to finish off a sweep of the Paola Panthers this year. Spring Hill has won 6 of the last 8 head-to-head with Paola. And they're going to give a timeout here to Paola prior to that ball getting loose. Full timeout will break as well with 7:24 to play. You're watching Bronco basketball presented by Strode Orthodontics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Allowing you to focus. When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
.24 left to play in the fourth quarter from Paola tonight. A 15-point Bronco lead. Spring Hill's led by as many as 16 in this game. Trailed early on in the first quarter. We had a tie and 4 lead changes in the first quarter. A couple more ties then in the second quarter. But then Spring Hill closed out the second quarter on a 10-0 run, and it's been all Broncos since. Clark goes inside to Kauk, and Meredith Todd comes in and rips it out of her hands. Weber on the feed from Milroy, and Kate Milroy continues to set up her teammates with now her career-high tying 7th assist of this game, makes it 46-29. In 2 games this year, as Dowd comes up with another steal for Spring Hill. In 2 games this year against Paola, nice pass Dowd up to Frank for that lay-in. That's 22 points now from Frank, matching her total the first time they played. Finishing the thought on Milroy. In 2 games against Paola, she's got 13 assists. Dowd got a hand on that one, deflected it away. Clark saved it, not knowing that it was Dowd that had redirected that ball. Kale, 15-footer, is short. Milroy up to Frank. Allie one-on-one with Pitzer, misses. And then off her hands, out of bounds. Kenzie Kuehl back in with 6:08 left to play in the ball game. And Spring Hill now leading by 19. 7-0 run right now by the Broncos. And another turnover. That is now a 23-10 difference in turnovers tonight. Smith tracks down the Todd miss. Footer by Clark off the mark. Dowd blocked by Pitzer. And then tied up between Weber and Kauk. It'll be Paola ball. Riley Pratt will check back in for the Panthers. Anna Phillips will also return for Paola. Spring Hill trailed by 2 at the end of the first quarter, but have outscored Paola 36-15 since. And lead big now with 5:10 left to play. Game 2 of the doubleheader, the boys game coming up, and that should be another great one. They played to a 1-point contest the first time around. Phillips with a foot on the line, knocks down the long 2. 51-50 victory for Spring Hill over Paola when they played in Spring Hill back in mid-December. So that should be a really good ball game coming up following this one. Dowd can't connect on the 3. Weber's hit a pair of threes for Spring Hill, and Oaks hit her first 3 of the year. That's the only 3-pointers they've had tonight, and it hasn't really been a great shooting night from the outside, but they've been able to pretty much get what they want inside. Hence the 22-point night from Allie Frank. And they lead big, Spring Hill, with 17-point lead with 4:20 left in the ball game. Now Riley Pratt off of the bench with a 3 ball. A late spark here by Paola, and there's still 4 minutes to go in a 14-point game. You can't write them off yet. Milroy trying to go into Frank, and it's turned over. So Paola's a couple more buckets and stops away from starting to make Spring Hill think about it a little bit. A lot of wasted possessions down on this end by Paola, though, with their 23 turnovers. Phillips lets the 3 fly. Kauk on the offensive rebound. Second chance for Riley Pratt. That's 7 straight points by Paola. And all of a sudden, it's a 12-point game again. Todd lobs inside to Allie Frank. Catches it high and does what everybody tries to teach their post players. When you catch the ball high like that, keep it high, and Allie may do as good a job as anybody in doing just that. And it's now 50-36 Spring Hill as the Broncos take a timeout following that bucket by Frank, which gives her 24 points tonight along with her 11 rebounds. Her 13th to make that 14th now career double-double, 7th this year. And the Broncos lead by 14 as they look to close out their 8th win of the year and stay on pace atop the Frontier League Conference. Spring Hill at 4-1 in the conference standings. Piper also 4-1, and Lewisburg 7-1. That one Lewisburg loss, though, came to Spring Hill. They're going to rematch next week on Thursday. Or excuse me, they're going to rematch this week on Thursday. Not next week. It's going to be here in just a couple of days. It'll be Spring Hill and Lewisburg again. So that will be a huge game regarding the conference standings. But in order for it to stay as big as it currently looks, you got to take care of your business here tonight. With 3:21 to go, Spring Hill leads by 14, so they're in a good position to do just that. But Riley Pratt has been the spark all of a sudden for Paola. She brings the ball up the floor. 5 points here in this fourth quarter for Pratt. And a very untimely turnover for Paola. Not that there's really any timely ones, but they can ill afford to waste possessions at this point. They are going to get it right back, though, as Weber's called for a double dribble. Three minutes left to play in the ball game. Lob inside for Kill, and it's back up top now to Clark, who didn't catch it clean, took away any chance of a shot. Phillips trying to go back door, turns it over. Two and a half to play on a 14-point Spring Hill lead. Take care of the ball now. That's a good look from the corner for Emily Dowd. It's been a bit of a quiet year for Dowd from the three-point line. That's only her fourth three-pointer of the season, but she led the team and made threes last year, so certainly if you leave her open, she can knock it down. And she buries that one to make it 53-36, and that brief moment there as Paola turns it over now for the 26th time. That brief moment after that 7-0 run by the Panthers, it was a 12-point game, and you kind of felt like, well, okay, maybe it's not quite there yet, but Spring Hill has answered with 5 quick points right back, and now back up to a 17-point lead with under 2 to go. Spring Hill feeling pretty comfortable again with that lead. Foul called on Anna Phillips. Second personal, 4th team foul. How about Powell for 3? Nope. Clark drives. Banks too strong. Cool offensive rebound. Won't get that one either. Powell run over from behind by Clark, and they'll say off Powell, out of bounds. Okay. "90 seconds to play in the ball game. And a jump ball is called here as Pratt trying to force it into contact. Tessa Dawson checks in along with Elena Freegon. And also is Molly Murray into the game for Spring Hill. So for Murray, I believe this is the first time we've seen her in a contest this year. Dawson and Freegon have both had a few minutes here and there this year. Freegon with it outside Dawson. Under a minute to play in the fourth quarter, a 17-point Bronco lead, and a jump ball is called here as well. This time it'll stay with Spring Hill. And now Coral Callan will check in as well, and Lorelei Harris also into the game for Spring Hill. Lob into Clark, and a pushing foul called against Spring Hill, so that'll put Morgan Clark at the free throw line as they are over the limit. They call it on Harris. 1-1 for Clark. She's 1 out of 2 at the line tonight. Both free throws good for Clark, who's got 9 points in this ball game. And we close out the final 40 seconds. Dawson to Murray, and they just got it across the timeline before the 10-second call. And Riley Pratt commits the foul. That is her first, team's 5th. So one more foul to give with 33 seconds left. Dawson in the corner, out to Freegon, deflected away and stolen by Kuhl. And she's fouled by Callan, so 2 shots coming up. And now even deeper into the bench goes Clay Freegon. Abby Skoma checking in along with Chelsea Kirk. Off of the hands of Kauk, it'll be Spring Hill basketball. Dribbled off the foot of Kirk and out of bounds. Coral Callan steps in front for a steal. Gives it back to Freegon, and it's make that rather Murray, and it's kicked out of bounds. Murray almost had a chance to get her first varsity points right there, but have to wait till the next one. 53-38 your final tonight. Spring Hill improves to 8-6 overall, 5-1 in the Frontier League as they defeat the Paola Panthers for the second time this season and drop Paola to 5-10 overall, 1-6 in the Frontier League. We'll wrap it all up with you on the final numbers for this one coming up in the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. And then you can see the boys taking the floor. We'll have that game for you coming up a little bit later on here tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show for our girls game tonight, brought to you by Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. A 53-38 victory for the Spring Hill girls tonight. They're now 8-6 and 5-1 in the Frontier League. Paola 5-10, 1-6 in the Frontier League following their second loss this year to the Broncos. 3 ties, 4 lead changes. That all happened early on, though. Spring Hill went on a 10-0 run to close out the first half, and they would lead from there the rest of the way, and the majority of that by double digits in the rest of the way. In fact, it never did get lower than 11 after they took that 10-point halftime lead, and they go on to win this one by 15 tonight. 18 assists tonight for Spring Hill. That is one shy of their season high on 22 made field goals. Beautiful number right there for Spring Hill. They do get out-rebounded, which has been a rarity this year, but a 22-19 rebounding edge for Paola. 4-3 on the three-point line, so pretty even there. Free throw line, Spring Hill actually got beat there again, but it didn't matter because a lot of the difference in the turnovers tonight. Another big turnover game for Paola as they give the ball away 28 times tonight. Spring Hill had 16, but a handful of those were late when some of the reserves were in there that still technically count against the total, but you don't feel as bad about that. Really a pretty good game there and a big disparity in the turnovers tonight, which heavily favored Spring Hill. Big game from Allie Frank tonight, 24 points, 11 rebounds. That's her 7th double-double of the year, 14th career double-double, 2nd this season against Paola. Jenna Weber had a big night as well, 14 points from Weber. That is a new career high for Jenna as well. 2 rebounds and an assist for Weber. Kate Milroy only scored 4 tonight. That all came in the first quarter, but how about 7 assists tonight from Milroy? It matches her career high, which she had back in the Baldwin game earlier this season. So a big, big assist night for the team's assist leader. Emily Dowd had 3 points tonight. Nice to see her knock down a three-pointer. Meredith Todd with 2, and Kaylee Oakes matched her career high tonight with 6 points as well. And how about 4 assists night from Brooke Powell also? So another nice assist game there. For Paola, their leading scorer was Morgan Clark with 9. Maggie Kalk had 7. Mackenzie Cool with 6. Ava Kale with 5. And Kate Ediger just 4 points tonight. Anna Phillips with 2. Riley Pratt also with 5. All of that came in the fourth quarter. But Spring Hill wins it. Nice victory tonight for the Broncos. They'll be back at it Thursday night when they take on Lewisburg. A big rematch from a 52-40 victory down in Lewisburg by the Spring Hill girls. The only loss this year for Lewisburg in Frontier League play. One of only 2 losses overall this year for Lewisburg. So that is sure to be a good one coming up on Thursday. We'll tip it off at 6 o'clock right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up next, it's the boys' game. We'll get you all set as we take a look at the matchup. You've been watching the girls' Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. The boys' Comfort Designs pregame show is next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. Pankey Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pankey Plumbing. At Pankey Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pankeyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! Whitesell Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Whitesell Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Whitesell and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Whitesell Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Welcome back into the Comfort Designs pregame show for our boys game tonight as Spring Hill is on the road to take on the Paola Panthers. Pregame show brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. 6-5 Spring Hill, 4-0 in the Frontier League, 7-7 Paola, 2-4 in the Frontier League. The Panthers have been a team of streaks this year. They started 4-0, then they dropped 3 in a row, then they won 3 in a row, and now they're back on the losing slide. After dropping last Thursday's game to Metro Academy 73-60, they have now lost 4 straight ball games, their longest losing streak of the season. And for the Panthers, this team that started 4-0 before that 1-point loss to Spring Hill, and that's kind of sent them into a bit of a tumble. 3-7 since that Spring Hill game that they lost, 51-50. The Broncos, meanwhile, picked up a huge win on the road at Piper on Friday night. It was only the second loss in the league for Piper, and it kept the Broncos undefeated in Frontier League play. A 61-59 victory for the Broncos. They trailed by 6 at halftime, outscored Piper 20-8 in the third quarter, then held on late for the win. Huge night from Ryan Weber, 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 dimes. Jamin Beck had a career-high 14 points for the Broncos off of the bench, and Luke Metcalf also off the bench with 14. That's 28 bench points just from those two guys alone, as the Broncos won it 61-59 on the road at Piper. So tonight they try to make it 2-0 this season against Paola. 7 straight victories now for Spring Hill over Paola, but the last 5 have all been decided by single digits, including their 51-50 victory back on December 16th. In that game, Spring Hill led by a dozen going into the fourth quarter. Paola outscored Spring Hill 22-11 in that fourth quarter to make it awfully interesting late, but the Broncos were able to hold on for that victory. We'll take a few look at some keys to the game when we come back here on the Comfort Designs Boys pregame show. Spring Hill and Paola coming up here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
You better understand your coverage options. Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Welcome back. A few keys to the game here on the Comfort Designs pregame show as we get set for this ball game between Spring Hill and Paola. Continue to hold Bo Robinson down. We'll start with there as Paola's second leading scorer on the year. Bo Robinson averages 15.5 points along with 7.5 rebounds. Spring Hill held Robinson to just 6 points and 4 rebounds their first meeting. In the last 3 games against Spring Hill, Robinson has scored 2, 5, and 6. So they have done a tremendous job against Robinson. Of course, Trey Moala is the other guy you got to watch out for. He's averaged 16 a game against the Broncos over his last 3 contests against Spring Hill. He had 22 in their first matchup, but if you can keep one of them down, and the other one can score all they want. If you keep one of those guys down around that 6-point mark, you're probably going to win the ball game. Of course, Spring Hill had to keep them down every one of those because they only won by 1. 50 points, that's the margin we want to see them, or not the margin, that's the total we want to see the Broncos get to. Paola this year, 1-6 when they allow their opponent to score 50 or more. Spring Hill, 6-1 when they get to that 50-point mark. So there's your target, 50 points tonight Paola, by the way, when they keep a team under 50, they're 6-0 this season. Hits some early threes. Spring Hill, they love that long ball. They hit 9 of them in the win against Piper on Friday. Paola, not a big three-point shooting team. They only average about 3.5 made threes per game. So Spring Hill, they can really have an advantage in this game if they're able to go down and knock a few three-pointers down. And perhaps Jamin Beck will be that guy. He's becoming a big factor for this team. Since January, Beck is the second leading scorer on this team, or the third leading scorer on the team at 7.5 points per game since the start of January. He had a career-high 14 on Friday night in the win at Piper's. So let's look for Beck to make a few big shots tonight for the Broncos. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show as Spring Hill is on the road tonight to take on the Paola Panthers. Tip-off is next, along with your starting lineups here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
All right, time for the starting lineups tonight as we are in Paola for this one for the Spring Hill Broncos. Starting lineup tonight, Cooper Jones, a 6'1 senior, the team's top scorer. He wears number 1 for the Broncos, scores 17 points a night. John Mitchell, a 5'11 senior, number 11, 2 points a night for Mitchell. Evan Letelier, a 6'2 senior, number 14, third leading scorer at 6 points per night. Ryan Weber, a 6'2 senior, number 15, 11.5 points, second leading scorer on the team, leads the team in both rebounds and assists this year. And Cody Powell, a 6' senior, number 24, who has averaging 2.5 points per game. For the Paola Panthers, Fletcher Audi, a 5'9 senior, number 5. He leads the team in assists at 3 per game, scores 3 points per night as well. Garrett Williams, number 10, is a 6' senior, third leading scorer, 4.5 points per game. 6'4 senior, number 14, is Bo Robinson, their second leading scorer at 15.5 points per night, leads the team in rebounding at 7.5 per game. Trey Mawala, a 6'5 junior, number 25, 18.5 points per night is their top scorer. And Brock Pitzer, a 6' senior, number 34, averages 3.5 points per game for the Panthers. Their head coach is Dave Cash. Wes Book, the head coach of the Broncos. Your starting lineup is brought to you by Perfect Detail Salon at 516 North Webster. The Broncos are starting this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you can find at Perfect Detail Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. Opening throw in brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness. They're your local community gym where Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. Broncos with it to start this ball game out. Played a great game, 51-50 win back in Spring Hill in December. And it's Ryan Weber with the game's first points for Spring Hill. He's coming off a career-high 20 points on Friday night against Piper. And now the defense forces a quick turnover on the other side. Weber, not only did he have 20 points, but he tied his season high in both rebounding with 7 and assists with 6 as well in a big win at Piper. Cooper Jones from the corner. Count him up, 3 for Cooper Jones, the team's top three-point shooter. Buries his 27th triple of the year. And with 45 seconds played, the Broncos are out to a 5-0 lead here on the road in Paola. It has been a streaky season for the Paola Panthers. They were as high as number 4 in the 4A rankings. And Spring Hill knocked him off that ledge with a 51-50 victory as Robinson's miss is put back in by Moala. That ended, that win by Spring Hill over Paola ended a 4-0 start for Paola, and it sent them on a 3-game slide before they recovered to win 3 in a row and get back to 7-3. But they have now dropped 4 in a row in the midst of their season-long losing streak. Broncos try to bury them even deeper in that hole. This is Weber from straight away. Audie on the rebound for Paola. Their assist leader gives it up to Robinson, who goes up and attacks the rim for a two-handed dunk. So Robinson has been really the story in these matchups. Over his last 3 games against Spring Hill, he has scored 2 points, 5 points, and 6 points. For a guy that averages 15.5 per game, and Letillier's baseline pull-up won't go. Powell trying to battle Moala for the rebound. Gets a tie-up, but it'll go to Paola. And if Spring Hill can keep Robinson in check again, you like their chances to pick up the road victory. But if Robinson gets going again, the guy that Spring Hill has not been able to really slow down is the guy who's got the ball here, Trey Moala. He averages 18.5 per game. And over his last 3 against the Broncos, he has averaged 16 per night, including 22 against Spring Hill back in December. Off the dribble, step back 3 is way off the mark. It's saved, though, by Pitzer. Spring Hill does come up with it. And Pitzer on the hustle play. This is Jones. Try the other side of the floor. Moala pushes. Poked free by Jones. Cooper on the theft. One-on-one with Williams, and he lays it up and in. 5 of the 7 have come from Cooper early on. The Broncos' leading scorer is 17 a game. And Moala loses the handle. That's a 3rd Paola turnover. Paola turned it over only 12 times in the first matchup. Spring Hill, though, only 6. So both teams were able to take care of the basketball in their first matchup. A 51-50 Spring Hill victory. It was their 7th in a row over the Paola Panthers. Jones again fires for 3, but that one rims out. Pretty good look there for a guy who's already hit one of them tonight. Pitzer trying to put the ball on the floor and attack Lettillier. Draws the foul on Evan. First personal, first team. Foul called on the floor. Audie to inbound. Had a tough time getting it in, but eventually Robinson broke wide open. Gets the lay-in and a foul on Cody Powell. So Robinson with 4 already. He's just 2 shy of the total he put up against the Broncos back in December. Pitzer and Audie check out, and Caden Ramey comes into the game along with Aiden Morris. Robinson only a 42% free throw shooter this year, and he is no good on that one. So it stays a 1-point Spring Hill lead. Teardrop through for Ryan Weber. Weber really heating up for the Broncos over the last 3 games. Ryan averaging 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. So he has been excellent for Spring Hill as they strip that one out of the hands of Williams and off his thigh and out of bounds. A 4th turnover forced, and here comes Jamin Beck into the game. And I tell you what, if there's been any player who has just vaulted up the rotation for West Book since the Christmas break, it has been sophomore Jamin Beck. He is their 3rd leading scorer since they returned from the Christmas break. Jones can't hit a 3. Letillier, though, with an offensive rebound and got it right back out there. Jones thought about firing up another one. And here's Beck. He is a confident shooter. That one won't go for him, but I guarantee you it won't bust his confidence. He hit 4 threes in the win on the road at Piper on Friday night, a part of a career-high 14-point night from Beck. Couple of games, he scored 9 points. Has an offensive foul on Bo Robinson, his first, team's first, and it's now the 5th turnover already in the first quarter. Luke Metcalf will check back in with the Broncos. He, too, is coming off a nice game Friday at Piper. Metcalf, 14 points, a season high for Luke. And he has now scored in double figures in back-to-back games for Spring Hill after doing it just once in the first 9 games of the year. Good look at a 3 there, but it won't fall for Metcalf. Moala throws it into the backcourt. Beck back to get it, and he is fouled by Garrett Williams. So 6 turnovers now in this first quarter. Dave Cash cannot be pleased with that number right now. Jamin Beck goes to the line. He has not attempted a free throw yet this year for the Broncos. He'll get 2 attempts here. Transferred from Blue Valley Northwest and only a sophomore. Played very sparingly in the first few games of the year back in December. In those first 5 games, hardly saw the floor. But since January rolled around, in the 6 games played since the calendar turned to 2021, Jamin Beck has been a big part of the rotation for the Broncos, and he's hit a couple of free throws to make it 11-6 Spring Hill with 3:04 left in the quarter. 7.5 points per game over the last 6. That is 3rd highest on the team, only behind Cooper Jones and Ryan Weber. Little zone defensive look here. And Carson Bain is called for a travel, so add another tally to that turnover number. 7-0 right now in the turnover department. And it's a 5-point lead on the road for Spring Hill. Looking to remain unbeaten in the Frontier League. 4-0 this year in the league. Weber straight on, won't hit it. Only team left unbeaten. Only Tonganoxie has 1 loss, and they will play Tonganoxie next Wednesday night. Moala missed and it's put back in by Ramey. They were, of course, scheduled to play Tongi last night. The girls did, but the Tonganoxie boys in COVID protocols couldn't play last night, so they've rescheduled that game to next Wednesday night. It'll be boys only next Wednesday against Tongi. Ramey rebounds the Weber miss. So if they can take care of business here tonight, and then they get Lewisburg coming up this week on Thursday, they'll have a chance to really start putting some separation between them and the rest of the league, as everybody other than Tongi has at least 2 losses. And Piper, who's one of those teams with 2, lost the head-to-head to Spring Hill, and they do not play again this year. So the Broncos certainly in the driver's seat here in the league. It's going to be ruled over and back, and that's probably a good thing, actually, for Paola, because had they not ruled it over and back, it was going to be a layup for Cooper Jones, or probably more likely a dunk. So it's the 8th turnover, but instead of a live ball turnover, it's a dead ball turnover, and it saves 2 points from going up on the board against them. Back into the corner to Mitchell. Back up top to Jones, who's got an early 5 in this first quarter. Ooh, did not make a good pass there. And it's stolen by Pitzer as the Broncos turn it over for the first time. And Paola will take a timeout. So a minute and 11 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's 11-8 Spring Hill, and all things considered, if you're Paola right now, I suppose, looking at that turnover number right now, 8-1 in the turnover department, and you're only down by 3, and you've got the ball. I guess you got to be happy about that. Spring Hill led by 5 earlier in the quarter, twice now in this quarter. In fact, they've had a 5-point lead. But that lead currently sits at 3. And it is Paola basketball coming out of the timeout. Moala from the corner. Spring Hill sits back in this zone defense, trying to keep Paola out of the inside. Paola not a big three-point shooting team. They only make a little less than 4 threes per game. It's not to say that they can't make them. As Robinson drives, and a foul on Robinson after the miss. That is his second. So a tough second foul to pick up there by Bo Robinson. And with 37 seconds left in the quarter, he will head to the bench. Garrett Williams back in for him. Ryan Weber and Cody Powell return to the Spring Hill lineup. .30 seconds left in the quarter. Weber looks content to dribble out the final seconds of this quarter and give Spring Hill the final shot of the period. Despite all the turnovers, Paola just a possession behind here in the closing seconds of the quarter. Now Weber out to Metcalf, who travels. So they won't get that final shot. Instead, that opportunity will go to Paola now. Moala brings it into the front court. Gives it up. And imagine they want to get it back to him. Now Williams is set on the drive. Attacks the body of Weber and draws the foul on Ryan. So 2 shots coming up for Garrett Williams. .69% this year is Williams at the line. As a team, Paola struggles a bit, just 56% at the free throw line this year. Moala is out. Ramey comes in, or make that up. Pitzer rather. Oh no, it was Ramey. And Williams gets the second. So that'll end the first quarter, 11-9. Spring Hill by 2 after 1 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
An 11-9 Spring Hill lead on top of Paola as we start the second quarter on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. This is Luke Metcalf looking to put 3 quick ones on the board for the Broncos, but Caden Ramey is there for the miss. Trey Moala, just 2 first quarter points for him. Gives it up to Garrett Williams, now around to Ramey. Moala travels. Now, despite a 9-2 difference in turnovers right now, Paola down by just 2. Weber brings it up for Spring Hill. Beck lets it fly. And it's Ramey again on the glass. So no Bo Robinson out there right now for the Panthers. He had really struggled not only this year but last 2 years against this Spring Hill team. Comparatively to the big numbers he puts up seemingly against everybody else. He was off to a pretty good start tonight. 4 points, 2 rebounds in that first quarter. But picked up a second foul late in the first quarter. So he starts the second period on the bench. Ramey lost it out of bounds, and that is double-digit turnovers already. Just 8 minutes and 50 seconds into the ball game for Paola. Panthers have dropped 4 in a row. Broncos coming off a big win by 2 points on the road at Piper. So Spring Hill 4-0 in the Frontier League. Paola just 2-4 this year in the league. Spring Hill having a tough time getting it inside against this zone. They briefly got it there with Powell, and instead Metcalf settles for the 3. Moala on the miss. Adi able to get the baseline and just enough space around Mitchell to tie this game up at 11. Foul is called away from the ball, and it is on Adi. His first, team's fourth. So here's Bo Robinson now back in for the Panthers. Cooper Jones checks back in for Spring Hill, and Cameron Crotchett comes in for the first time. So let's see if Spring Hill can try to attack Bo Robinson and hang a third foul on him maybe. They're in a zone, so it makes it a little more tough to do that, but Spring Hill more of a perimeter-oriented team as well. This is Metcalf inside, and Robinson, there you see it. He did not go up and contest that shot from Metcalf. Didn't want to potentially pick up a third foul. Gives Metcalf a clean look, and he scores it to put Spring Hill up by 2. Moala, and they're going to call him for the carry. It looked awkward. I'm actually not sure he did carry it. He looked like he may have been able to keep his hand on top of the ball the whole time, but it had that awkward look to it. And a lot of times if it looks awkward, it's going to be called as such. And especially when you're on the team that's now turned it over 11 times already. Starts to kind of just snowball on you. And here's Beck from the left wing. Man, he's been right on line last couple of three-point attempts, but unable to connect on either of them. And now Moala brings it back up at the Panthers. Already half dozen rebounds for Moala in this game, but just 2 points down on this end. He's their leading scorer, averages 18.5 per game. And a drive to the hoop and a lay-in by Pitzer. We're tied once again at 13. Pitzer and Ramey and Adi, the guys scoring right now for Paola. Not the typical scorers for this team. A lot of their points come from Moala and Robinson. How about Jones? He gets a lot of the points for Spring Hill. That's 8 tonight. He averages 17 a game. And it's a 3-point Bronco lead with 4:40 left in the first half. Moala and Robinson average a little more than 34 points per game. The rest of the team averages 15 per game. And already tonight, 7 from the rest of the squad. Robinson's 3 won't fall. Jones the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Deflected out of bounds by Williams. Mitchell and Powell check in for Spring Hill. Beck and Metcalf out, and Aiden Morris also back in now for Paola, replacing Adi. Weber on the attack. Bounce inside to Powell. He can't do anything with it under there. Gets it back in a position. He can do something with it, but misses the 3. Quiet start for Moala. Is it around to Pitzer? Back up top, Williams. Right down the center of the paint. Gets the lay-in and a foul. So the supporting cast for Paola tonight, they are getting the job done. Williams now with 3. Jones, that's his first foul, the team's 4th foul. And here's Williams at the line, 1 of 2 so far. And the free throw ties this game at 16. Ten points from guys not named Robinson and Moala. John Mitchell able to hit the little mid-range pull-up. Well, Paola has tied the game up 3 times in the second quarter, but they have yet to get over the hump. Aiden Morris, tight defense by Mitchell. Now Robinson gives to Moala. Weber. Kind of work on that defensive assignment. A good job contesting by Powell, but Bo Robinson able to hit the pull-up. And we are tied yet again, this time at 18 with 3 minutes left in the half. Weber straight away from Crotchet won't go. I'm going to say that went over the backboard. I didn't think it did, but it doesn't matter either way. Robinson was going to have it for Paola if not. So with 2:55 left in the half. Evan Letillier checks back in for Spring Hill, and Paola's got the ball in a tie game, a chance to take their first lead tonight. Moala with some space, gives it up to Bain. Now Williams back into the corner for Carson Bain. 3-pointers offline. Mitchell tracks it down the corner, and here come the Broncos. Letillier, quick move to the basket. Wraps it around to Jones on the near side corner, but the 3 is off the mark. 2 minutes left in the half. Foul committed on the perimeter by John Mitchell. It's his first, team's 5th. That'll bring Caden Ramey back in for Paola. It looked like that ball might have been kicked. They didn't call it that way though, and Jones is fouled on the other side. So Jones will go to the line for 2. Must have gone off an arm and not a leg down there. And it results in the 12th turnover by Paola. They have cleaned it up in this second quarter. They've had just 4 here in the second quarter after committing 8 in the first. Foul, by the way, was on Garrett Williams. It's his 2nd. And the team's 5th, so he goes to the bench. Audie comes back in. Jones with 9 points here in the first half, and it's a 1-point Spring Hill lead with 1:53 to play in the half. Paola looking for their first lead of the ball game, and instead they find their 13th turnover of the ball game. Jones lets it fly on the right wing. Letillier right in the middle of the paint secures the offensive rebound and a second chance for the Broncos. And they throw it away. Audie off to the races. Layup goes. And for the first time tonight, Paola is on top 20-19 with 1:15 left in the half. Letillier turns it over again. This time they are going to call the kick. So it'll stay with Spring Hill. 1:09 left to play in the half. And Dave Cash is letting the official know the same thing that we're all thinking. So that's a kick, but it wasn't on the other end. And there's a putback for Weber on the missed 3 by Jones. Ryan Weber caught the rebound and stuck it back in all in one motion, and a chance at a three-point play. Sixth team foul against Paola. It's the first on Caden Ramey as Brock Pitzer comes back in for the Panthers, and a three-point opportunity for Weber as the Broncos have taken the lead back. Seven points here in the first half by Ryan Weber. A big three-point play there on the stick back, and it makes it a 2-point advantage for Spring Hill. Mawala has it in the corner. Just 2 points in this first half from Trey Mawala. Really, really quiet offensive night for Mawala. He does have a game-high 7 rebounds, so he's been effective in that aspect, but they have yet to get him going on this side. That's a good look for him, but he'll have to earn him at the free throw line. It's the second foul now on Weber. 2 shots for Trey Mawala. Good foul shooter. Jamin Beck back in for Spring Hill. Tied at 22. Spring Hill will try to again hold out for the final shot. They failed to do that in the first quarter, turned it over with 9 seconds left. One of just 3 turnovers the Broncos have had in this first half, and they have forced 13, but yet here we are in a deadlock with 10 seconds left in the half. Mitchell, mid-range in the baseline off front iron. Long tap out to Jones. Cooper puts it back up, and it won't go again for Jones. And that will end the first half. 22 all through 2 quarters here in Paola tonight on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Stroy Orthodontics. Coming up next, the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services Halftime Show.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Welcome into the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We are deadlocked 22 apiece between Spring Hill and Paola here at the break. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or give Michael a call at 913-592-2336. 22-22, 5 ties, 2 lead changes. That'll happen in the second quarter after Spring Hill jumped out to a 5-0 lead. They led by 5 twice in the first quarter, then led 11-9 going into the second quarter before Paola tied it up early at 11 in the second quarter. Spring Hill would once again build the lead up to only 3, though, in the second quarter, but they led the majority of the quarter after Paola would tie it. Spring Hill would take the lead. Paola would tie it. Spring Hill would grab the lead, and then Paola took their first lead with a little more than a minute to go in the first half on a steal and lay-in by Fletcher Oddie. That made it 20-19. The Broncos would get the lead right back after that on a 3-point play on the other end by Ryan Weber to make it 22-20. But then a couple of Trey Moala free throws closed out the half to even us back up at 22 apiece. We're tied for the 5th time in this ball game. And as you should expect when Spring Hill and Paola get together, it's a close game. The last 5 have all been decided by single digits. Earlier this year, they played to a 1-point game, and it looks like we're headed right down to the wire again tonight. 22-all here at the break. That was a look at how we got here on the White Cell Optometry Vision Source. Eye on the game. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020 and be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. More of the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When a team comes
Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're going to love it. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back inside the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show tonight. It's 22-all at the break. Spring Hill and Paola all knotted up. And for Paola, they probably feel pretty good to be tied after turning it over 13 times in the first half. But they did out-rebound Spring Hill 15-8, so that was a nice advantage for the Panthers. Spring Hill, meanwhile, they're tied. They like that. They're on the road against a good Paola team, so they'll certainly take it. But probably felt like there was a little left out there in that first half, winning that turnover battle 13-3. Cooper Jones, 9 points, leads the way. Ryan Weber's got 7. Jamin Beck, John Mitchell, and Luke Metcalf, each with 2 for Spring Hill. For Paola, Bo Robinson, 6 points in the first half. Fletcher Oddie, Garrett Williams, and Trey Moala, each with 4. Brock Pitzer and Caden Ramey with 2 points apiece. And we're all knotted up 22-22, Spring Hill and Paola at the break. The second half starts next. You've been watching the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
We're off to the second half tonight in Paola. Presented by Strode Orthodontics here on Spring Hill Sports Live. All knotted up, 22-22 Paola basketball as we start the second half. Adi, Robinson, Pitzer, Williams, and Moala for the Panthers. Jones, Powell, Weber, Letillier, and Mitchell for the Broncos. Paola led just one time in the first half. 20-19 was their only lead. We were tied up 5 times, including our halftime score. Robinson had 6 to lead the way for him. He gives off to Williams, and he gets the floater to go, plus a foul. So Garrett Williams puts the lead in the hands of the Panthers to start the second half. Cooper Jones whistled for that foul. It's his first his second in the team's first. Garrett Williams now at the free throw line, where he's now got 7 points tonight, and he is the new leading scorer for Paola with 7:25 left in the third quarter. Nearly forced a turnover as he got his hands on that one, knocks the ball out of bounds. Quiet game from Trey Moala, just 4 points. Bo Robinson got off to a good start, but then he picked up a couple of fouls in the first quarter. He did not foul again in the second quarter, so Robinson just 2 fouls, not in too big a trouble there. Nobody with 3 fouls for either team right now. This is Weber on the drive, and even with Moala getting a piece of that ball, it looks like, Weber still able to bank it in. 1 point game here with Paola on top. Robinson, pull up over top of Powell, misfired. Cooper Jones pulls up off the dribble and missed it off back iron. Williams, nice pass to Robinson. He couldn't handle it cleanly though, and it turns into a turnover. Jones looked like he got tripped by Pitzer, and it forced him to then lose his footing into the body of Fletcher Adi, and he's called for a charge. That is now 3 on Cooper Jones. And Wes Book is trying to make that point that he was tripped by Pitzer is the reason he fell into Adi and was called for the charge. The official saw it differently, and now Jamin Beck will check in for Cooper Jones. So Jones, the Broncos' leading scorer on the year at 17 a game. He's got 9 tonight, which matches Ryan Weber for the team high. And he is now on the bench with 3 fouls, a minute and 40 seconds into the second half. Moala just has not quite been as aggressive tonight on those takes to the basket as we have seen him in the past. He's sitting on just 4 points right now. Give Ryan Weber some of the credit for that. He's done a good job defensively against Moala. Adi lost the handle, got it back. Robinson got it back and then lost it. Threw it off the backside of Cody Powell. No, he threw it off the baseline, so it'll be Spring Hill basketball. 1 point Paola lead. Broncos have not trailed by more than 3 in this game. They trailed briefly by 3 after that 3-point play by Williams. Quickly came down and made it back to a 1-point game. They have led by as many as 5. Beck can't connect. Moala, nice dish to Williams, who missed it from close range. Ooh, Letillier, they're going to say he did not leave his feet, kept a foot down. The crowd didn't like it, but the official was standing there looking right at it, and Cody Powell instead hits one from the baseline for Spring Hill. Well, the Broncos back in front by a point. Moala with a floater, banked in. It was a 1-point final the first time they played back in December, 51-50 Spring Hill. The Broncos have won 7 straight games over Paola now, but the last 5 have all been decided by single digits. That's blocked out of bounds by Moala with 4:10 left in this third quarter. Luke Metcalf checks in for the Broncos, replacing Powell. Ramey, Bame, and Morris all enter for Paola. And they leave their top 2 guns, Robinson and Moala, on the floor with the 3 subs. The Broncos underneath of the benchmark we talked in the open, 50 points. That was the target. And that's not just some random number chosen. But when you look at how the season's played out for these two teams, Spring Hill 6-1 when they score 50 or more. Paola 1-6 when they allow 50 or more. And a blocking foul is whistled on Metcalf. I haven't seen whether they counted the basket yet, and they are not going to count the basket. It's on the floor. So the foul is on Luke Metcalf, but it's on the floor. So the bucket does not count for Robinson, and they'll inbound on the baseline. And they turn it over for the 15th time. That is a high number, obviously, but it has improved. They only have 7 turnovers since the start of the second quarter, after they had 8 of them in the first quarter alone. Spring Hill, though, despite all those early turnovers by Paola, was unable to really open up a sizable gap. This is Metcalf from the left wing. You betcha. Well, Metcalf with his first long ball of the game, and it's back to a 2-point lead for Spring Hill. Moala on the curl of the hoop, stripped by Mitchell, but a foul. It's 2 on John, 4th team foul. And here comes Cooper Jones back in for the Broncos. So Jones has 3 fouls. Garrett Williams also back for Paola. Keep an eye on Cooper Jones now. 3 fouls, but he is certainly a big part of the offense for Spring Hill. Their leading scorer at 17 a game. Has 9 tonight. That's easy buckets for Moala. And we are tied at 29 apiece with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Spring Hill handed Paola their first loss of the year back on December 16th. And now they're looking to hand them their 5th consecutive loss. Bang! 3-pointer by Cooper Jones. A dozen now from Jones as he knocks down his 3rd 3 of the ball game, and it's 32-29. How about that, coming back onto the floor after your 3rd foul to hit the big shot. Morris fouled on the putback try after the Robinson miss. Jamin Beck picks up the foul. And that is now 5 fouls charged to Spring Hill in this second half. Paola is yet to be called for a foul in the second half, so Broncos going to have to be careful here. They don't want to put Paola into the bonus too early. Cody Powell back in for Ryan Weber. One of 2 for Morris. He checks out. Fletcher Oddie checks back in. It's a 2-point Spring Hill lead with the basketball. 2:20 left to play in the third quarter. Beck wants 3. Got it! Back-to-back trips down. The Broncos have hit 3s, and it's 35-30 Spring Hill. It was Beck to Jones and then Jones to Beck. And the 5-point lead matches their largest lead of the ball game. Adi lob inside of Moala. He's double teamed, kicks it out to a wide open Bo Robinson, but he's unable to connect, and then it's tapped into the arms of Rainey by Moala. Nice play by Trey Moala, both setting up the open look by Robinson. And then the offensive rebound. Letillier draws a double team and then turns it over. Garrett Williams read it, picked it off, and here he comes for Paola. The Panthers down 3. Audie fires up a deep 3. The Panthers have still not made a 3 in this game. Moala with some contact, can't get it. How about Letillier this time? Won't get that one to go. Crotchet and Weber check back in for Spring Hill with 52 seconds left in the third. Robinson unable to save it. Turnover back to Spring Hill with 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Luke Metcalf will come back on. And Spring Hill will hold out again for the final shot here, up by 3 in the closing seconds of the third quarter. Kicked by Adi. That will allow Caden Ramey to check back in. Also, Carson Bain re-enters for Paola there to take Robinson and Moala both off the floor. So you definitely lose some defensive size. For Robinson, you don't want him to pick up a third. Moala does not have a foul, but they're going to buy him a little extra rest here heading into the fourth quarter, as Dave Cash knows he's going to need his guys in the final 8 minutes to try and pull off the victory against Spring Hill, who's got a 3-point lead and hoping for a little bit more here before the end of the quarter. Powell on a backdoor feed to Beck. He missed the layup. Well, about as good of a look as you could hope for. And now it's Williams for Paola, who turns it over. Three-quarter scored heave by Metcalf. And we will head to the fourth with Spring Hill on top of Paola, 35-32. Here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Start of the fourth quarter, Spring Hill with the ball up by 3, 35-32. Metcalf to Jones, open in the corner, bingo! Three-pointer by Jones, and a foul on Pitzer will give Cooper a 4-point opportunity. How about that to start out the fourth quarter? That is 15 points tonight from Jones, his fourth made three-pointer. And how about a 4-point opportunity to start the quarter? 39-32, Spring Hill with their largest lead of the game, thanks to that 4-point play by Cooper Jones. Paola, what do they have of the answer? Moala attacks down the lane line, but he's cut off and stopped by Weber. Trey's got 8 tonight. Robinson has 6. He had a quick 4 in the first quarter, but just 2 points since. He's got it now. It's been another tough go of it against Spring Hill for Bo Robinson, who's been held to 6 points or fewer in each of his last 3 games against the Broncos. Not a lot happening here for Paola, and they nearly do turn it over. Looked like it was going to go off the crotch at first, but then Brock Pitzer touched it last, and now I think Pitzer's been given a technical foul as well. So a technical foul has been called on Brock Pitzer. That'll be his first and the team's second. And it'll be 2 free throws for Cooper Jones. So Cooper Jones takes advantage of the technical foul and knocks down both free throws. And it's an 18-point night now from Jones. He's scored 40 points in the 2 games this year against Paola. And he has given the Broncos now a 9-point lead in the basketball. Six ties, 6 lead changes in this game tonight, but Spring Hill starting to open things up a little bit. It's a 6-0 run to start the fourth quarter and a 9-point Bronco lead. Metcalf says, fine, if you're not going to guard me, I'll shoot it. Weber offensive rebound, and then he stumbled. Broncos creeping towards that 50-point mark we talked about. Has sort of been the breaking point for Paola this year. Just 1-6 when they allow 50 or more. 6-0 when they keep a team under 50. Foul committed by Spring Hill is their 6th. It's called on Weber. That is his third. So he and Jones each with 3 now for Spring Hill. It's still 6:26 to play. Lob into Robinson, and he's fouled by Cody Powell. So that will put Robinson at the free throw line as the Broncos are now over the limit on their 7th team foul. Robinson only a 42% foul shooter. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Still a 9-point Bronco lead. Just one basket for Paola now in the last 4.5 minutes. A 9-0 run, or make that a 6-0 run for Spring Hill during that time span. Here's a blocking foul called on the drive by Jones. It's against Caden Ramey, his second. And it'll bring up 2 shots for Cooper Jones. Cooper 4 out of 5 at the line tonight. Leads all scorers with 18 points. Gets the roll on the second and puts the Bronco lead up to 11. On his 6th 20-point game of the year, 2 of the 6 have come against these Paola Panthers. Inside of Mawala, he is wrapped up by Crotchet. They're going to say Crotchet had a hold of his arm, so it is a foul on Cameron Crotchet, his first. And the 8th team foul will put Trey Mawala back at the free throw line. He is 2 out of 2 at the stripe tonight. 8 points, 8 boards for the 6'5 junior, first team All-Leaguer. Mawala remains perfect at the line. Ramey out, Robinson in. Evan Letillier returns for Spring Hill. 9-point ball game with 5:43 to go. Jones on the baseline. Offensive rebound, Powell, but he can't stick it back. Mawala around Weber, and Ryan able to knock it free, or did he? They're going to say Mawala just lost it on his own, I guess. And a timeout, Spring Hill, with 5:16 left to play in the 4th quarter. It's the Broncos 43, Paola 34 here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
So, what is love? Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Spring Hill on top of Paola, 43-34 here in Paola tonight as the Broncos look to wrap up their 8th straight win over the Paola Panthers. The last 5 have all been by single digits, and tonight you got the feeling it's going to take another one of those with 5:16 to go in a 9-point ball game. Largest lead for Paola tonight has been by just 3 points. Spring Hill is led by as many as 11. Metcalf rejected by Robinson. Big time block by Bo Robinson. Can they get some points off of it? Williams gets the basket and a blocking foul on Letillier. Will give Garrett Williams another 3-point opportunity. He's now got 9 points tonight. And a big 3-point chance coming up. 7-point game with 5:02 to go. Ten-point game from Garrett Williams. He and Trey Moala each with 10 to lead the way for Paola. It's been another quiet night from Bo Robinson, just 6 points, none in the second half. And Spring Hill's got big game from their top gun. Cooper Jones has 20 tonight. This is Letillier in the corner. And it's Robinson on the glass. Spring Hill has outscored Paola by 18 from beyond the arc. The Panthers have not made a three tonight, and they still haven't as Adi misses that one. Spring Hill has knocked down 6 trays. They had a 9-4 advantage beyond the arc in the first matchup this year. So 15-point edge that night, an 18-point edge tonight. Here's a foul away from the basketball, and it's going against Evan Letillier. And that is his 3rd foul. And that is the 10th team foul, but it's team control, so no free throws for Paola with 4:15 to play and a 6-point ball game. Moala into the corner to Williams. Quick burst to the basket, layup missed. Weber the other way for Spring Hill. Jones wants it in the corner. A little bit late getting it over to him though, and allowed Moala a chance to get out there and close out on Jones. Powell up top, Metcalf. Broncos not in any hurry here with 3.5 to go. Trying to hold on. They've got a 6-point lead right now. Weber down on the block. Has Jones in the corner. And they're going to call a foul prior to the shot. And now I think they're giving a warning to Wes Book on the Bronco bench. So they call the foul on Fletcher Adi, his 2nd. And the team's 4th. And now a timeout is taken by Dave Cash. So with 3:24 left to play in the ball game, it's a 6-point game here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? You can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
It's me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
.24 left to play in the 4th quarter. Spring Hill on top of Paola, 43-37. Broncos trying to remain unbeaten in the Frontier League this year. 1-point win over Paola back on December 16th. 34-point win over Baldwin. 5-point victory over Lewisburg. There's 2 more from Evan Letillier. In fact, his first 2 points of the ball game. And it's 45-37 Broncos with 3:16 to play. And then a 2-point win on the road at Piper on Friday night this past week for the Broncos. So they've got wins of 1, 2, and 5 in the league. But they're perfect 4-0, and they're 3 minutes away from making it 5-0 if they can hold on to their 8-point lead here on the road in Paola. Foul called from across the floor on Pitzer. That is his 3rd, 5th team foul. Double team on Weber. He's able to get away from it. Had his dribble still. Now he doesn't. Now Jones. Back up to Weber. Broncos obviously have turned very patient here offensively. But they turn it over. Used up a lot of clock, but resulted in a turnover and 2 points the other way for Garrett Williams. That's the old middle ground you got to find. Obviously, you want to use some clock, but you can't get so complacent offensively that you take yourself out of your offense and are unable to score. Jones doubled, has his dribble, gets around it with the dribble. Now Powell in the corner and a timeout taken by Spring Hill with 1 minute and 54 seconds to go. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 1:54 to play. Both teams still have 3 timeouts, so it could be a while to play this final 1:54 with quite a few stoppages probably ahead of us. Now Westbrook trying to hone his guys in here on the 2-minute drill, if you will. Use the clock, but you still gotta look to score a little bit. Especially if you're Cooper Jones or Ryan Weber right here. Those two have combined for 29 tonight for Spring Hill. 20 from Jones, 9 from Weber. Their top 2 scorers on the year, a pair of seniors. If they get the shot, they've got to take one here, but you don't want to obviously force anything up. Use the clock if you can. Here's Jones on the inbound. Ooh, and he fumbled it, got it back though. You say it was knocked out of his hand. Weber has it deflected by Moala. Got it back, and then he's ripped to the ground by Moala. So that is the first foul on Moala, and that was their final foul to give. So the Broncos will be in the bonus on any foul the rest of the way with 1 minute 44 left in the contest, up by 6. Jones lobs back to Weber. Tillier backside to Metcalf. And down to 90 seconds left. And they foul Weber with 1:25 to go. 4th foul on Pitzer. So 1-1 coming up for Ryan Weber. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game at the free throw line. He's a 70% foul shooter for the year. Cody Powell will check in for the Broncos. And a lane violation on Letillier. So it wipes away, no free throw attempted even by Weber. Mitchell checks in for Metcalf. 1:25 to play. 45-39 Spring Hill. 2-possession game though still, and a lot of time to go. Paola probably going to play it more like a 3-possession game, though they've not made a single 3 in this game. And they go to their top scorer, Moala, and he rewards the decision with a little baby hook to make it a 4-point game with 1 minute and 10 seconds to play. And a timeout taken by Paola. So that leaves the Panthers now with 2 timeouts. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the ball game, and it's a 4-point contest. Spring Hill will get the ball back and likely going to end up at the free throw line again, although Paola doesn't have to give that foul immediately. They can play it out a little bit, see if they can force a turnover. Spring Hill's only turned over 8 times tonight, so to their credit, they have taken care of the basketball well, but 3 of those 8 have come here in the 4th quarter. So we'll see what the decision is for Paola. Certainly not going to foul in the backcourt. They're going to try to trap and force a turnover back here, but once the ball gets into the front court, we'll see how long they give it before they put the Broncos on the line. And they will easily get into the front court, maybe go right after it. Beck on the bounce from Jones, missed the layup, but somehow Ryan Weber ends up with the offensive rebound. My, what a gift right there for Spring Hill. Should have been 2 points, obviously, But the fact that they were able to come away with that offensive rebound is going to cause Dave Cash to pull his hair out. Well, Moala eventually fouls Letellier, and it'll put Evan at the line for a 1-and-1. 50% free throw shooter this year, but he has not been there often. Only 4 out of 8. And he misses the front end. So still just a 4-point game under a minute to play. Knocked free. Robinson tracks it down. Back to Audie. Open three on the wing, and it's off the mark. John Mitchell with a big a defensive rebound with the Broncos, and again they've got a chance to attack. And Bo Robinson gives the foul before Cooper Jones was able to attack. So it's on the floor, which is key because that means a 1-and-1 still for the final time. It has the 19th foul. So it puts the Broncos. Cooper Jones, their top scorer on the free throw line. He is 6 of 7 at the line in this ball game. And he rings the bell on the first one, giving him 21 points tonight. And those were both pure, and it's now a 6-point Spring Hill lead. Panthers have not made a 3 yet, so they're going to try to attack and score that way. They got to get going, and it is a 3 from the corner for Brock Pitzer. So he picked a good time to knock down their first 3 of the ball game. Timeout Paola with 18 seconds left. And the Panthers have made it a 1-possession game. We're back in a moment here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
18 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. 47-44. Spring Hill with the lead and the basketball. They'll be inbounding in the backcourt. The Broncos do have 3 timeouts, so any sense of trouble. They've got 3 timeouts with only 18 seconds. No reason to take them home. Back to Spring Hill with you. Home run, ball into the front court for Weber. And Ryan gets Moala in the air, draws the foul, and will earn 2 shots. It was going to be 2 shots either way, as the Broncos are now, that was the 10th foul on Paola. So at the line is Ryan Weber, who in the ball game is 1 for 1. He was at the line earlier in this fourth quarter when Evan Letellier had a lane violation. Misses the first, so it keeps that window ajar here for Paola. They are down 3. This would be a big free throw from Weber to make it a 4-point game. And he does hit that free throw, so it's a 4-point Bronco lead with under 16 seconds left. Williams drives. A foul is called on the floor on Mitchell. It'll be 2 shots still, as they are also in the double bonus. So Williams, 4 of 5 at the free throw line. A dozen points tonight. He's the team's top scorer, along with Moala, who each have a dozen, and now Williams with 13. Makes it back to a 1-possession game with 10 seconds to go. Missed the second one. Rebounded by Metcalf. He's fouled with 7 seconds to go. So Luke Metcalf, the sophomore, will go to the line for just his 6th and 7th free throw attempts of the season. He is 4 of 5 on the year. 5 points tonight for Metcalf, and he certainly needs one of these to push it back to a 2-possession game. He'd love to go ahead and knock them both down, but he misses the first. Puts a little more pressure here on the second one now with 7 seconds left to try to make this back to a 4-point lead. And he does rattle it home. 4-point Bronco lead, 7 seconds left. And now Paola's got to go quick. Moala with the basketball, pulls up for a tough three, and on the rim, no good. The horn sounds, and the Broncos survive another close one with Paola. Their 6th straight single-digit victory over the Panthers, their 8th straight win overall, and Spring Hill remains unbeaten in the Frontier League. 5-0 now in the league, 7-5 overall, as the Panthers drop to 2-5 in Frontier League play with their 5th straight loss now overall on the season. 49-45, your final. We'll wrap it up on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show next.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Well, good night in Paola for the Spring Hill Broncos. The girls started us out with a victory earlier this evening, and the boys cap off the evening with a 49-45 victory over the Paola Panthers. Spring Hill improves to 7-5 overall, and they remain unbeaten, 5-0 in the Frontier League. The Panthers of Paola dropped their 5th straight game. They're now 7-8, and they dropped to 2-5 in the Frontier League. Welcome to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show, brought to you by Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. The Broncos with their 8th consecutive win over the Paola Panthers now. The last 6 have all been decided by single digits. Their 2 wins over the Panthers this year by a combined 5 points. The 1-point win earlier, the 4-point win tonight. But a win's a win, and the Broncos will take that back-to-back winning momentum now over Piper by 2 on Friday and by 4 over Paola tonight into their game on Thursday against Lewisburg, which will be a big game back home in Spring Hill as they rematch from that good game down in Lewisburg at the end of January that the Broncos won by 5. For the first time this year, Paola allows fewer than 50 points and loses. They were 6-0 when that was the case, but they give up 49 only tonight, but they lose this one 49-43 as the Broncos held Paola to just 5 points above their season low tonight. So Spring Hill wins this one 49-45. We'll take a timeout, come back, give you all the final numbers from this one as the Broncos get to 5-0 in the Frontier League with a 4-point win on the road in Paola tonight.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. It's a final tonight in Paola, 49-45. Spring Hill the winner over Paola. 6 ties, 6 lead changes in this ball game. The Broncos once again get out-rebounded by Paola. That was the same as the first matchup as well. But the Broncos again win the three-point line handedly. A 15-point advantage from beyond the arc. That was a key to their win the first time against Paola. It's a big key again tonight. And turnovers. They had half as many turnovers as Paola in their first matchup. And once again tonight, 8 turnovers for Spring Hill, 19 turnovers for Paola. So once again, they are, in this case, even fewer than half the amount of turnovers as Paola, and they win this one on the road by 4. Cooper Jones with 22 points tonight. It's his second 22-point effort against Paola this year. 6th time he has scored 20 or more this season for the Broncos. He was Weber also in double figures with 10 tonight. Second game this year he's been in double figures against the Panthers. The rest of the scoring, Jamin Beck had 5, John Mitchell with 2, Evan Letelier with 2, Luke Metcalf with 6, and Cody Powell with 2. It was Letelier leading the team in rebounding tonight with 6. Ryan Weber added 5, and Weber had a team-high 4 assists. For Paola, their top scorer tonight was Garrett Williams, and that right there will probably tell you the story of the offensive night for Paola. Very rarely is it not Bo Robinson or Trey Moala that leads this team in scoring. Moala had an okay night, 12 points and 9 rebounds. Offensively, he just didn't seem quite as assertive tonight as we've seen him in the past. But Bo Robinson, for the 4th consecutive game, just absolutely shut down by Spring Hill. His last 4 games against the Broncos now, 2 points, 5 points, 6 points, and 6 points. So they have completely handled the second leading scorer on the year for the Panthers, Bo Robinson, each of the last 4 matchups, and they held him to 6 tonight and didn't allow him to score in the second half of this game. Fletcher Addy ends up with 4 tonight, Brock Pitzer with 5, and Caden Ramey with 4. The Broncos win it 49-45. Broncos now 7-5 on the year, 5-0 in the Frontier League, and they'll look to keep that unbeaten stretch alive in the league when they take on Lewisburg coming up on Thursday night. It'll be another doubleheader for us. We'll have the girls game at 6, the boys to follow at 7:30 when Lewisburg comes looking for some revenge after both the boys and girls for Spring Hill went on the road and beat the Wildcats back in late January on separate nights, but same results for Spring Hill. So join us on Thursday for that one. Again, the girls tip at 6 and the boys to follow at 7:30. I also want to remind you, next week on Wednesday, they have rescheduled that Tonganoxie game that was postponed from yesterday because of Tonganoxie being COVID protocols. So that will be next Wednesday. Put that one on your calendar. The Broncos will welcome the Chieftains into Spring Hill for that ball game. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks to Caden Carbajo. I'm Bryce Kessler. You've been watching the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Spring Hill girls and boys both pick up big wins on the road in Paola. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Thursday night back home in Spring Hill.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.